Hey, what's up, y'all? I know I ain't been on here in a minute. Hey, what's up, Joe? How are you? Yeah, but I just decided to come on. I'm gonna address a few things, and we just gonna hang out. We gonna chill. Um, earlier, was that early? That was earlier today. I'm just trying to figure out why people do what they do on YouTube. I mean, I really don't get it. I had no idea about this community until take this off my screen. Until I met a few people, and I'm just like, are they still doing fireworks? I mean, they don't stop doing fireworks out here. People do things just to be doing it, just to be on a panel. And what I'm talking about is the situation with Michael. Because I mean, I got a couple of DMs, and I'm like, ain't nobody lying. Like, I don't need to lie. Like, for what? So I just want to like dead all that. I'm tired of talking about this girl that, I mean, in all actuality, just needs, yes, they do it for attention. And and what killed me was when I seen the comment like, why'd you put my name in the title so she could see it? So you were planning to go on this panel and talk about me and expect me not to see it? Like, for what? What was the plan there? I don't. If I say something, I'm gonna stand on it. If I'm wrong, I'm gonna apologize. I mean, we're human. But to just try to be like sneaky, bringing back, saying why you didn't tell the whole story, it's like I just told her a glimpse. Like, why would I need to go into a whole full story that happened last January? It's been a year now. January. Like, come on, we're in a new year. Anyway, we were talking about that Megan the Stallion thing, and I'm sick of people saying that Tory Lanez didn't do this. Like, I'm gonna show you some stuff from Street TV. Shout out to Street TV. I mean, a lot of people use this content and don't shout him out or anything. So we're gonna do a little recap of. We're gonna do a shorter version of it, the exhibit photos, because I had a little conversation with somebody and they were like trying to back this man hard. And when you look at this evidence, I just don't understand how you can think that he, where to go? He didn't, I don't believe he actually like shot at her. I believe that he either, because the way that the bullet enters her foot is like at the bottom corner of her like feet, both of her feet though. And they'll show it in here. And it's like, was her feet up in the air and the bullet fragments came down, or were you shooting at the floor? And it's weird. I don't understand. They didn't show, like, when they put the mark and show the trajectory, but they showed where they are in her feet. And I'm just like, that makes no sense to me at all. But I'm going to show it to you. So here we go. This is Street TV. So you guys can for sure go follow him. He has like good content. Like, he goes into detail. He puts everything on the table. So we're going to take a look at this. Let me make it big for you guys.
All of those were at least.
I'll make it big real quick. Start it from the beginning so you guys get the full thing.
Alex Alonso here, Street TV. Thanks for tapping in. And what I got for you next is a video on all 47 exhibits that were presented by the prosecution In the case People versus Daystar Peterson, aka Tory Lanez. Now they presented 47 exhibits. A couple of those were, at least four of them were withdrawn, so it's actually not a complete 47 exhibits. And then there's one exhibit that was from a a preliminary hearing exhibit, and we're going to start with that one. So here we go. What you're looking at now is a photo of Tory Lanez, and then there's a handwritten date, November 12th, 2020. And it says Megan Pete ID'd as Tory. And this was a preliminary hearing exhibit, the only one used. Exhibit number
Okay,
one
so that part I didn't
in
kind
the
of get. When he says Megan Pete ID'd as Tory, I didn't get that part. I don't know what they're saying by that because Megan Pete is Megan the Stallion, but ID'd as Tory. I was confused on that, but anyway, here we go.
trial was presented by the prosecution by witness officer Rogelio Diaz. He was the first witness for the prosecution on Monday, December 12th. And this is a map of Nicholas Canyon Road where this entire incident took place. Officer Diaz testified that he responded to this location. And after he responded to this location in the 4 o'clock hour, 4 a.m. hour, 0400 hours, he found bullet casings on the ground. They found 4 bullet casings. That's bullet casing number 1. That's bullet casing number 2. There's bullet casing number 3. And bullet casing number 4.
So y'all know I have to talk through this. Okay. So some people are saying no one shot at all. Some people are saying Kelsey shot. Some people are saying that he did, shoot his shot in the air. Nothing hit her. She stepped on glass. But it doesn't make sense. When you see where the bullets are, they're going to show you where she ended up. How was it glass? Like, I'm going to let it continue. Let it continue.
And all 4 of those photos are part of Exhibit 2. That would be Exhibit 2A through 2D. Exhibit number 3 is actually a pendant chain that belonged to Kelsey Harris that Officer Diaz found in the street on Nicholas Canyon Road. Exhibit number 4 is an acrylic nail that Officer Diaz found in the street on Nicholas Canyon Road. This actually ended up, they found out it belonged to Kelsey Harris. And it is believed to have broken off her hand during a fight, during some sort of confrontation that she had. And we heard testimony that she had a confrontation with Tory Lanez, but we also heard that she had a confrontation with Megan.
So on that part, we are going to see the bruises on Megan. And some are saying she didn't get into altercation with Megan. Megan was fighting Tory Lanez. Then they say no, he was fighting her, Kelsey, and he did that to try to separate them. He was drunk. He didn't know. Like, why are we trying to save someone that clearly said in their, what is it called? Their jailhouse call back to Kelsey when he got locked up. I think she went to the hospital and she's like, I'm at the hospital. And he's like, I'm sorry that I did that. I was drunk. I had 5 shots. As soon as I got there, I didn't know what was going on. Like, come on. Like, I didn't do a deep dive on this. So I might have some questions, but it just don't make sense when you see the exhibits, okay? When you see all the evidence that stacks up, it makes no sense at all. to say this man didn't do that. He clearly said he apologized for it. But here we go.
Exhibit 5 is a
Hey,
photograph
Shay.
of blood in the street that Officer Diaz
Hi, Infamous.
observed when they got on the scene on Nicholas Canyon Road.
Okay, Tina. Yes, got it.
Exhibit 6.
Right.
This is the side of the street where they parked their car. They parked that black SUV, and the entire incident happened in this location. And that house you see right there belonged to one of the.
Let me know if you guys hear an echo. So then I'll cut my mine's off when I'm not talking. Um, I'm confused because people are telling me this is one of the Kardashians' house. What's her name? Kylie. And then they say it's like somebody Kelly's house. Like everybody's mixing up this information to make this man innocent. I mean, it doesn't matter how you put it. They're like, no, he didn't. He didn't shoot her. He shot in the air. It doesn't matter if I go to your house and I shoot in the air, and a bullet comes down and it kills you. I mean, it disables you. I am responsible for that. Nobody else but me. I decided to go there and do that. It's not, oh, I shot in the air. You know, it was an accident. I'm not really responsible. That makes no sense. Okay, Kylie had a party. Didn't the girls have beef? That's what I don't understand. Like, 'cause she's like, I'm at the hospital with her. They were saying they were friends. Some people were saying that he was sleeping with both of them. That's why they were fighting. It's just everybody wanting to make up everything. Like, um, it just it bothers me when people don't want to take accountability.
The witnesses that testified for the defense, Sean Kelly, that's his house. Exhibit 7. This is a house across the street where Megan Thee Stallion actually ended up crawling to and falling to the ground. You can see the address of that house, 1807, and she was in this driveway. And you can see a couple of these white cards in the street. They're supposed to be evidence markers, but the LAPD didn't have proper placards. They're usually yellow with black numbers. So these are just pieces of paper that they use. They use field interview cards and bended them over to mark the locations of the bullet casings. Exhibit number 8 is a chain found on the ground that belonged to Kelsey Harris. It is believed this chain broke off during one of the altercations that she had. Exhibit 9 is body.
Okay, so clearly Kelsey was scrapping. Kelsey was getting it in, okay? Clearly. We see this. Her nail is broke. Her chain is here. The nameplate is over here. She clearly got into a fight with someone, whether it be Tori or her. She got into a fight. I heard that Kelsey shot Megan. See, that's what everybody is saying, in that he took the blame for her so that she wouldn't go to jail. And I'm just like, no, you know what? I wasn't gonna play the call from that he when he called her, but I'm gonna play that after this because he clearly. You guys tell me what you guys think about it and how he's wording it when he makes a phone call to her from jail. So I'm gonna go find that. All right, here we go.
Worn camera footage of the LAPD, Officer Diaz, on the scene at Nicholas Canyon Road. And you'll see they're pulling out their flashlights and they're looking for evidence on the street. And this is when they find the bullet casings and the items that belong to Kelsey Harris. And I'll post this video in its entirety. It's a 2-minute and 40-second video that I'll post in its entirety for those who are interested in checking that out. Exhibit 9. And that was the last exhibit that was presented when Officer Diaz was testifying. Then Exhibit 10 and 11 are the 911 calls. And I've posted that on a previous video if you're interested in listening to both those 911 calls. I also have the transcripts to those 911 calls that I'll post. I'll post on a link below, and it give me about a day to post that. But I actually have all the exhibits posted on a link below for those who want to download them. So so Exhibit 10 is 911 call number 1. Exhibit 11 is 911 call number 2. And those were presented in court by the prosecution without a witness, and the defense attorney stipulated on Exhibits 10, 11, and 12. 12 is audio of the gunshots. That gunshot audio was recorded from indoors a house on that block, and it did pick up all 5 shots. And that was posted in a previous video that you can check out. Then witness number 2 was Officer Sandra Cabral, and they introduced a few exhibits while she testified.
Supposedly the security guard was right there and he was in the car. So I was like, did his security guard start shooting? Because his security guard was driving. And then we're going to see the gun in the seat. So who was lying here? Is this he covering up for her? Covering up for his bodyguard? Like, what's really going on? I don't know. I mean, this is all over the place.
And Exhibit 13 was a map that shows the location on Nicholas Canyon Road and the way the car, after they left, after Tory, Megan, Kelsey, and Jaquan left, it's the path that they drove to Hollywood Boulevard, and then the path that they drove going eastbound on Hollywood Boulevard towards La Brea when they got pulled over by the LAPD.
Now look how short of a distance that is. Like, they got caught immediately after leaving. Like, they literally drive down the rest of the street, let me see, that would be a left, go straight up. I mean, that's what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 and a half blocks probably. Y'all didn't go nowhere. And then Megan is in the car. Y'all look.
And it shows here that they drove 0.8 miles, and that took approximately 3 minutes. So they got pulled over pretty quickly after they left the scene on Nicholas Canyon Road. Exhibit 14, it is a photo of a gun in the car that Officer Cabral testified about.
Now look.
She was one of the officers that found it. And there are 2 exhibits, 14A and 14B. 14A
that make this make sense. That I think I was on mute. I'm like, where did they come from? She get out the car, nude it looks like with no clothes on. Tory has on just basketball shorts, no top, nothing. And then I believe it is 4 people in the car. You are right. Kelsey get out, and she was it a bathing suit? What was that? The driver get out for it. So it is 4 people in the car. It's Tory, the security guard, Megan, and Kelsey. I don't understand what was going on. Like, why would she be in a car with somebody that just shot her? I don't know, y'all.
A is a photo of the gun with all the items in the car untouched, and then they moved everything out the way. Looks like a napkin, uh, some boots, and then they took another picture of the gun 14B. And this is the green gun that a lot of people talked about. It turns out that it wasn't lime green, it wasn't bright green. It looks like an olive green gun. Exhibit 15 is a photograph of a white towel with blood on it. This would be the blood of Megan while she was in the car.
So how did she not get shot? Like, this is a good amount of blood. They don't just look like she stepped on glass and she tried to lie on him. I believe that she probably was trying to stick to code, street code, and not say anything, and recant her story and things like that. That probably could have happened, but like, she didn't want to tell on him, but the police could have probably pressed the issue and she didn't really want it to end this way. I don't know. Right. So why are we still saying he didn't do it? Like, there has to be evidence. And his lawyer, I'm sure he would have a good paid lawyer if he really didn't do this, to be able to beat this. Y'all think he gonna get an appeal? He gonna try to appeal it? We'll see. I don't know.
And exhibit 15B is the same thing, same photo from another angle of the white towel showing Megan's blood. Exhibit 16, and this is still while Officer Sandra Cabral is on the stand. This is a photo of their suitcase with blood drops on it, and it looks like this is the back seat right behind the center console. And this was the luggage that they had at Kylie Jenner's house. This would have been the luggage that EJ moved from his car into this car. And exhibit 16B is a photo of that same suitcase from
There's
another
blood in
angle.
the front seat and in the back seat. Or was this luggage, like they said, since it was put in there, where was this luggage when she was bleeding initially? When EJ put it in the car? Because there was like that bloody stuff in the passenger seat with the gun. But I don't think she was in the. We're gonna have to see if she was in the passenger seat. I think she was in the back with Kelsey, and it was him and her, him and a security in the front. We're gonna see. We're gonna see. We're gonna see. We're doing this together.
Exhibit 17 is a photograph of Megan's blood on the center console of the car. You get a little sense of
Her blood is everywhere.
what they were drinking. This looked like a Fanta.
It was not just drinking a
and a bottle of water. There's some COVID masks there. You got to remember this happened in 2020. And this is actually July of 2020. This is the height of COVID. COVID broke out.
The Kardashians just did not listen when it was COVID. Didn't they do something like on an island? Like, they had some type of island party and they were like told not to do that. And they like supposedly had everybody tested for COVID, went over to this island and was still trying to have a party. Didn't that happen? And then now Kylie Jenner's having a party, a pool party at the height of COVID. Okay, I guess.
Pretty heavy in Los Angeles in March. So this is like 4 months later. And 4 months later was really the height of COVID. And they were out there having a good time. This is like exhibit 17. And then exhibit 18 is a photograph of Tory Lanez at the Hollywood LAPD police station.
Look at this boy. It looked like he ain't got no socks on. I mean, they left in a fast moment and got nowhere. Ew, he's hairy, gross. Okay, never mind.
Exhibit 19 is a photo of Kelsey Harris at the same police station, the Hollywood division of the LAPD. And then Exhibit 20 is a photograph of Jaquan Smith, Tory Lanez driver. And this photo is also taken at the LAPD, but it looks like it's at a different room.
Why is he
And he's got
looking like that? They probably had him in a different room to see what his answer was going to be. Um, he got that little gangster pose going on. Well, hey, Octavius. Hey, Bill. Hey, everybody coming in. But yes, this is wild. Look at him. He got full clothes on. So he wasn't enjoying the party. He was just standing there. You need security to go to a pool party? A celebrity pool party? I don't know. I've been to a few celebrity parties. They do get real real ratchet. Thug mode, yes, for sure thug mode. It is a whole mess. People are just trying to make up their own stuff. Look at the facts, look at the evidence, look at these exhibits. Listen to his words, which we're going to listen to next. To me, it all points to he was drunk. He said he had 5 shots when he got there. Some people were saying that he got upset that she said like his music was horrible or something like that, something about his music, and that made him tick, and that's why he did it. Man, it's so many stories out here. It's unbelievable. Let's go, y'all.
got his he's got his mask on in this photo. And then Exhibit 21. This would be the last exhibit presented under direct examination of Sandra Cabral, and it is the body cam, LAPD body cam footage of the LAPD pulling over Tory Lanez, Megan. This is the car that Jaquan Smith is driving, and it pretty much shows you them exiting the vehicle. I actually posted this video on a previous video, so you can check out this video in its entirety. I actually combined this video with a couple other exhibits that are from the same incident. They chopped this video up into different exhibits, and I combined them all into one video that you could check out. And the next witness for the prosecution would have been witness number 3 was Officer Scott Lind. There were no exhibits presented when he testified. The next witness was witness number 4, Detective William Acosta, and they presented the telephone call that Tory made to Kelsey from the Hollywood police station. And this is the call that has been going viral all over the internet. This is the call that has pretty much been stolen off of my...
Yeah, see, a lot of people stole it off of his page. So I just want to make sure he gets his recognition for the work that he does. But we will be listening to that call next because I want to know what you guys think about it. If you want to come up here, it is open panel. Forgot to put the link in the chat, but it's in there now.
My page re-uploaded. Quite a few people have tried to edit out my Street TV tag. Quite a few people have not even credited the source that this came from. It's just amazing how much black media steals from other content creators. But this, you can listen to this entire entire phone call.
I don't think we should just say black media because it's pretty much all social media, takes from this person to this person to this person. So I'm just saying, if you're going to do it, give credit where credit is due, y'all. I mean, I've had that, but I've had people put my name in it. Well, they had to on some of them because it like literally says it like across like this, like you can't like take it out. But some people don't at all. So you guys gotta like work your way around that, and you'll see in the phone call how he handles the phone call. I'm talking about Street TV.
In its entirety on a previous video I uploaded. Then the fifth witness was the witness that everybody was waiting for, and the courtroom was quite crowded when witness number 5 came into court. But that would be Megan Thee Stallion. She was witness number 5 on day 2 of this trial. She came in on Tuesday, December 13th. And the first exhibit that the prosecution presented while Megan was testifying would be Exhibit 23, which was the balcony footage of them getting pulled over by the police.
Now look at this.
Exhibit 24.
Was she naked, y'all? Ain't she naked? So when she was fighting Kelsey, she was naked fighting Kelsey and just hopped in a car? What was going on at this party? I know what was going on at this party. I don't know why I'm even acting like you ain't seen it before. Of course, people hop in the pool nude. I mean, it is what it is. But I'm saying, like, y'all didn't give her a towel, nothing, no towel, no nothing. And then look how she walks back, y'all. Let me see. I'm gonna make it full screen. Look how she walks back, like she limping, y'all. Here we go. Yeah, see, it's not a limo. I told you. See the car after, like, it's a SUV. So here we go. Oh yeah.
Exhibit 24. This is body cam footage that I previously uploaded in where I combined all the LAPD body cam into one video. And this just shows, they showed this to show that Megan was bleeding on the ground at the time she was taken into custody and handcuffed. Exhibit 25 is footage of Megan in the back of the ambulance. LAFD paramedics on the scene, and they showed this in court just to show the raw emotion that she expressed while she was just sitting in the back of that truck by herself. She did not know that she was being recorded, and we previously posted this video if you want to check it out. It's only about a minute long. Exhibit 26 is a photograph of her heel, her left heel. It's quite blurry. This was really a low quality photograph. Not sure why they decided to use this. You really can't see much detail. But in Exhibit 27, you got a clear, high resolution photo of the injuries on her heel.
So look at this photo, okay? They're gonna show the what is it called? The X-ray. They're gonna show the X-ray so you see how it enters, and then they're gonna show the report from the surgeons on what they got from the surgery and things like that, and you'll see that it clearly says bullet fragments. It doesn't say glass. And I believe glass shows up different in x-rays because I got glass in my foot before, got it in my hand before. And when they take your x-rays, it's not as dense in color as what I see in this. I've never gotten shot, but I mean, I've gotten shot at, but I've never gotten shot, actually, and I thank God for that. But you can see how dense the white color inside of the x-ray is. I mean, this looks like the back of her heel right here. I don't know if you guys can see my what is this called? My cursor. But this looks like the back of her heel is stitched up 1, 2, 3 times by stitches. This part just looks like the skin that opened up that got a heel, because you know that thick part of your skin. And you guys are gonna see the x-rays, and then you'll see what I'm talking about. And it doesn't, I'm like, how did he hit both feet at the same time at this angle, left and right foot, when shooting in the air? I just don't understand it. Have you seen this podcast? Hello, welcome. Okay, so check this out.
And this is post-operation. So a lot of that damage you see there, some of that damage was actually created by the doctor. He testified that he actually had to cut and make an incision to remove the fragments from her heel. And I count about 3 stitches on the top part. And I remember the doctor testifying that the rest of the heel would have to heal on its own. It would take about a week to 2 weeks for the skin to grow back right there. Then we have Exhibit 28.
Now, you guys.
Exhibit 28. This is the infamous apology.
I was on mute. You guys tell me what this means to you. This is supposedly a text message from Tory Lanez to Megan apologizing for this shooting. Yes, fragments. It does not say bullets. It says fragments. We're going to see it. It does not say that she had a bullet in her foot. No, it says fragments. It sounds like either he was shooting at the floor and it ricocheted, because you know bullets split up once they hit something. They split up once they hit the body, floor, whatever, and it goes different ways. She has fragments in the bottom of her feet, and I'm like, did he shoot at the floor and the fragments came up, or was he shooting in the air? When you see the angle, it doesn't make sense unless her legs was in the air. I don't understand it. I really don't. Aw, I missed you too. Come by some more. I know I haven't been going live as often. I wasn't gonna go live until after the 4th, after my grandmother's funeral. But I was like, you know what? I'm feeling a little okay. Uh-oh. Oh yeah, I was okay. On my phone and clicked on it. Yeah, I'm feeling a little okay. So I was just like, you know what? I'm gonna go live. I actually think it'll make me feel better, you know. So yes. Do they have a forensic scientist in court? I didn't see that part, but you're gonna see the document from the actual surgeon. I believe there was 2 surgeons on there. I could be wrong, but I believe there was 2. And when it says, what did the word say? It may have said materials, or it says something, and it says bullet fragments next to it. We're going to see that right now. I believe it's after these text messages. But when you see where it's located, the fragments, you tell me what you think on how you think that could have possibly happened. Like, that was like some miraculous ricocheting, like, for real.
Text. This is the prosecution characterized this as the apology text that Tory Lanez sent to Megan July 12th, 8:59 p.m. This was a text he sent after he bailed out of jail, or he was released. I'm not sure how we didn't get any testimony on how he got out of jail that day. But he wrote, Meg, I know you probably never gonna talk to me again. Probably. I know you probably never gonna talk to me again. But I genuinely want you to know I'm sorry from the bottom of my heart. And I was just too drunk. Nonetheless, shit should have never happened, and I can't change what did. I just feel horrible because I genuinely just got too drunk. That's page 1 of the text. Exhibit 28B actually is the last line of that text, and it says, I love you and hope you're okay.
Now, don't that sound like this was an accident? He was drunk. He didn't really want it to happen. She kind of seen that to me. He acknowledges it. He takes accountability for it. So it's just like, why are we having this narrative that this man didn't do it? Why? Like, accept the fact that Tory Lanez was drunk. I mean, if he's accepting that, um, Kelsey did it and they all being hush, hush, quiet, quiet, and he's taking it, that's on him. That has nothing to do with me. That ain't none of our problem, none of our business. He just gonna have to take it as it is if that's what's going on. So let's continue.
Exhibit 29 was the next exhibit when Megan was testifying. And at this point, she was talking about all the threats she had been receiving and all the hate she'd been receiving. And this was an Instagram page that they showed. The page is called Megan Thee Stallion's Biggest Hater. And she was testifying about how it bothered her, that how much hate she was receiving. And this particular post says Megan needs to be shot and killed. And this is also something similar that she was testifying about that bothered her. This is a Twitter post where it says Tory Lanez has dropped nothing but heat since he came into the game. Since he came in the game, Meg should be in jail like Jussie Smollett for lying. Let's see. The date on this was what's the date on this? March of 2022. And
Why should Megan be in jail? Why should Megan be killed? Like, what do people be saying? And then I get comments like, what are you talking about, Naomi, and this and this and that? People have outrageous opinions. Why can't I have my opinion? Why does she need to be killed? It seems like she didn't want, all of this to really happen. She probably could have sensed his, remorse. But sometimes when the police gets involved, they be pushing the issue. And if you ain't solid, they gonna harass you and harass you and harass you and tell you they gonna do this, and that to you if you don't do this. And some people can't handle that. So they fall in line. And so to me, that's kind of what she did. She realized, yeah, you were drunk and stuff like that. I don't really see her too much doing a lot of responding. And I think that's like her PR team. But she obviously wasn't like shot full, like face on, because it clearly says fragments. But it was due to his actions. If he's not taking, the rap for Kelsey. And so it is what it is. You got to do what you got to do. I mean, you had the gun. It was not registered to you. I don't believe it was registered at all. Yo bad. Like, take what you got to take or fork out that money, because that's really what all this stuff boils down to is money. Who got the best lawyer? Who, can give you the best deal. So
Exhibit 31 was withdrawn, but those are the last exhibits presented during Megan Pete's testimony. And then the next witness number 6, which would have been the next day on Wednesday, December 14th. That would have been day 3 of the trial. Kelsey Harris comes up on the scene. And the first exhibit that was presented to her was this text message. This is a text message that she sent to apparently she sent this to Justin Edison. And the very bottom says, "Help, Tory shot Meg, 911." This was sent on July 12th at 4:27 a.m. So this would just been minutes after the incident. And when they showed her this text, they asked her, why would you say this? Because she was denying that Tory shot Meg. She was saying she didn't see Tory shot Meg. She didn't know Tory shot Meg. So they asked her, why did you send this to Justin? And her answer was that she panicked and she just assumed it. Exhibit 33 is a photograph of her injuries. There's actually 4 photos under Exhibit 33 that show.
So on her thigh, on the front side of her thigh, I'm like, was she being kicked? Like, you see, like, I don't know. What print would do that? Like, cause it's long. It's from like pretty much the top of her thigh all the way to her knee. Where would that come from? Like a stomping motion, or I would like to see Kelsey's injuries. Cause it seemed like Megan. Okay. Just saying. I don't know what was going on. I don't know if it was Tori and her, we don't know because we can't get no clear story. So I don't know. Here we go, y'all.
Show her injuries. I'm not sure the photos really do justice to her injuries, but 33A is actually a long bruise along her left thigh that starts near the top of her thigh where that tattoo is. It goes down and it ends at near the knee. So I wonder what kind of injury was that? Was she getting kicked, or is that from falling on the ground? She said she didn't remember how she got these injuries, that when she woke up the next day, she realized she was injured. So she didn't provide any testimony, any specifics to how she got these injuries. But if you go back to the September 2022 statement, she claims that it was Tory Lanez that assaulted her. And 33B is interesting. She took a picture. These are all pictures that she took of herself. And in this bottom picture, she's showing the top of her head where hair was pulled out of her scalp. And then she has a bruise on her shin. This is Exhibit 33C. She took a picture of her arm. She has a small bruise on her arm there. And then 33D, I can see a bruise on this area, in this area right here. I'm not sure which part of her body that is. But those are four photos under Exhibit 33, A, B, C, and D. So after Exhibit 33, that's the end of the day on Wednesday, and they order Kelsey to come back Thursday morning. And when they come back on Thursday morning, they actually take a witness out of order. It is the surgeon who did the surgery on Megan's foot. This would be witness number 7, Dr. Lee Haruno, Haruno. He came in Thursday morning on December 15th. This would have been day 4. And Exhibit 34A is imaging that he did of Megan's foot. And this is a picture of her left foot.
Now we're going to stop here, y'all. This is her left foot, okay? You see the L right there. You can even put your foot in there and look at your foot, okay? So look at the fragments. It's literally little pieces. And then if you are on your phone, I don't know if it's on your TV, if you kind of zoom in on the heel of the foot, you can see little baby dots And those are all little pieces. Because, I mean, when a bullet hits something, I mean, there's small pieces, little microscopic pieces, which you could barely see on there. But if you make the picture bigger, so I screenshotted it and I made it bigger, and you can see all those little dots in there. And it's like, dang, like that crap had to hurt. And they probably had to like meticulously go in there and remove each one. Could you imagine that? Oh my God. Here we go.
And he testified about the fragments that were in her foot. And it's not just these two big fragments that you see, but there are a bunch of tiny other little fragments, microscopic fragments, that he characterized as metallic foreign bodies. And Exhibit 34B is a picture of the same foot from a different angle. This is her left foot, and you see two huge metallic foreign bodies and a bunch of tiny other smaller particles which came from the same object.
Here you can see it a little better. You see, but I'm like wondering, okay, so like, okay, no, that's more of her skin over there that we just don't see. It's a lighter part of it because, you know, you only see bone. So you see all these little bits. Imagine them have to go in there and take each part of those out. Like when I had the glass in my foot, oh my God. They have to like, that didn't put me to sleep at all. Like they kind of like numb you a little bit, and they just kind of like cut, slit, and start taking, oh my God, taking it out little by little by little by little with these like little tweezers. So I'm just like, I hope they put her to sleep. But how? Put your foot on the floor. Okay, so how would you shooting in the air cause the bullet to be underneath the foot? So was her legs in the air? Was she holding them ankles? What was going on? Because I'm confused. Scrub with brush. I'm confused on how this happens. That's a long foot for a lady. They probably stretched it out, but isn't Megan pretty big? Isn't she a larger female? Like I said, I'm 4'11". I'm a little tiny. So isn't she like larger? So she could be wearing like a size 10. Okay. I thought so. All right. Let's go, y'all. Because I want you guys to tell me what you guys think about this. Because how, if we're hearing he was shooting in the air, look at where these fragments are placed. So it probably, if he was shooting in the air, came up, what goes up must come down. We know that. Hits the floor and like the fragments go into her foot because there's no bullet. So here we go.
And then 34C is another photo of the same exact foot from another angle. I think this is a cross-section angle. And those two.
Okay, my bad, y'all. Okay, so now this to me is, if you put your foot on the floor, they're taking it from the back part, like her calf, going to the front. So you can see exactly when she puts her foot on the floor where the fragments are located. How did that happen? Big boned, yes, big boned. You can call it that. I don't know. Like, I really don't understand how they got in this position and in both feet. That's what really throws it off of me. It's left and right. You know what, y'all? Keep watching this.
Two white parts are the same bullet fragments from 34B and 34A that I just showed you. And then 35A is the right foot. There are smaller fragments in her right foot by the heel. And then Exhibit 35B is another angle that shows the bullet fragments near the heel below the ankle area of the right foot. So there's no doubt that Megan Thee Stallion was shot. And when fragments go into your body, you're still shot. That's considered your shot. You can't say she wasn't shot. Those are just fragments. Well, if they're fragments, she was shot. And also, if a ricochet enters,
Now that part, I'm gonna say yes, she was hit by the fragments, but she wasn't directly shot. That would have been way different damage. So this is the right foot. Do you see the little pieces? What is that called? Your Achilles tendon, I think it's called. It's like in that area. How did this happen? Y'all, how? Yes. If they all drank someone trying to take the gun out of someone's hand, I'm I'm thinking if she's not on the floor and she's standing up, the bullet was shot downwards and could have ricocheted off of the pavement, the cement, the what is it called? The tar in the street and went into her foot, but this just don't make sense. I don't know. I mean, I'm not a forensic scientist. I'm not none of that, so I don't know how this is possible, but it sounds real sketchy to me. Yes, suspicious, Sherry, for sure. All right, y'all.
your body, which is what most likely happened here. And even the prosecution told the jury, even if you think it's a ricochet, count one still applies. Assault with a firearm doesn't mean if it's a ricochet or not a ricochet. And there's a lot of people confused on if it's a ricochet, does it still mean you got shot? Absolutely, it means you got shot. Um, there's people who have died from ricochets. So there's people who have died from fragments as
Facts.
well.
Facts.
So I say all of that to say this is a serious injury, but because it hit her in the foot, she's able to make a full recovery. But you can die from ricochets, and you can die from bullet fragments.
So y'all see this, right? This is the right. You seen the other one. The left was like in the lower part of the foot. This is on top of the Achilles tendon. He is lucky. He did not hit anywhere else. Because we know if you hit in the femoral, I think I'm saying the right, artery, closer up into the thigh area, it's kind of you bleed out rapidly. And that could have been a quick mistake because you were drunk. You know you going to drink. You should be feeling safe. Your security shouldn't be drinking. Your security should have the gun. You should have no gun. You going to drink and party. You had your security with you. I don't know, yeah. It's it's not making sense, but I don't know. I really don't.
And that was the last. Oh no, the last exhibit is Exhibit 36. This is the report from Cedar Sinai Hospital, and Cedar Sinai Hospital.
Boom. Okay, do you guys see this right here? So this is the report. Okay, that's what it said. It says specimens. Right here at the bottom where it says specimens, right under 5 mil, bullet fragments times 3. I think 3, yeah, I can't see it that clearly. Oh, 2 times in the left and 1 time on the right. So I don't know. It just does not make sense if he was shooting in the air to me. And then up here, it specifies exactly what was performed. She had general anesthesia. So she wasn't asleep. She was fully awake for them opening up all of this. And yeah, I'm good. This sounds so sketchy to me. I can't understand how this happened.
Hospital is actually the hospital that all three of my kids were born in. It is an excellent hospital. It's probably one of the best hospitals in Los Angeles. And she was taken to Cedar Sinai that because it was close by also. It's not too far from where this incident happened. And this is a report of the surgery. July 12, 2020, patient Megan Pete, attending surgeon, it was Milton Little, and assistant surgeon, you'll see the name Lee Salvador Haruno. And he's the one that performed the majority of the surgery. And look right here, pre-operative diagnosis, gunshot wound, bilateral lower extremities. And I'll have this report. It's a 2-page report that I'll have at the link below when that link is available. And that was the last exhibit under witness number 7, Dr. Haruno. Then witness number 6, we went back to witness number 6, Kelsey Harris, and they presented exhibit 37, which was a text message that, well, not a text message, this is a post. This is an Instagram post that Megan Thee Stallion made. And this is a post that, if you listen to the September 2020 interview that Kelsey gave to the prosecutors, this was a post that she was talking about that did not protect her. So the prosecution showed her this post and asked her, do you remember telling us that she did not protect you? And this is when she was giving.
So she's saying on here, the narrative that was being reported about Sunday's morning events are inaccurate, and I like to set the record straight. On Sunday morning, I suffered gunshot wounds as a result of a crime that was committed against me and done with the intention to do physical harm to me. I was never arrested. The police officers drove me to the hospital where I underwent surgery to remove the bullets. We now know bullets mean fragments, not an actual bullet. I am incredibly grateful to be alive, yes, and that I am I'm expected to make a full recovery. My bad, y'all. But it was important for me to clarify the details about this traumatic night. I am currently focused on my recovery so I can return back to my life and back to making music as soon as possible. So, yeah, like, how do we retract that? She clearly says, I am trying to make the record straight. I'm trying to make the record straight. On Sunday morning, I suffered gunshot wounds as a result that was committed against me and done with intention to physically harm me. Just that sentence. Why are we making this bigger than it is? Y'all, the crime community, I'd be so amazed at how gullible some people are. They'll run with any story. Someone tell them anything. They don't look into nothing. And they're ready to make decisions. I don't understand that. Like, you can't just tell me something and I'm going to completely believe it. I want to see faces. I want to see video. I want to see you on video recorded saying whatever, or we're going to hear the phone call next so you guys could tell me what you guys think on that. Is he admitting it or is he not? I'd be over the crime community sometimes because some people really go for whatever is being thrown at them. And it's sad, really, because then they'll report on that. And then that's just giving us misinformation and spreading misinformation. Like, I don't like that, y'all.
Giving testimony where she was saying, I don't remember, I don't recall. And this post, she didn't have much to say about it in testimony. but it is Megan explaining what happened to her that day on July 12th. And something in this post really bothered Kelsey because she felt like she wasn't protected. So then, exhibit number 37 is Kelsey's post. This is Kelsey's response. Her post is very short, to the point. I want to clear up the rumors that I shot Megan. I wasn't the one with the gun and would never do something like that. However, I was present. So they showed her that. And then there was one more, exhibit 39, which was withdrawn. So I don't have that for you. And that was the last exhibit presented by the prosecution with witness Kelsey Harris. The next witness would be witness number 8. This is Detective Warren Everhart of the LAPD. And he testified about this Instagram post that was on the Shade Room. And this was a very important piece of evidence that the prosecution was heavily relying.
Y'all see this? Kelsey not present. Let me tell you. I am going to tell you. I'm not going to talk about it right now. I'm going to wait till you hear the phone call. She's removing herself completely from the situation. Like, I wasn't even there. Like the way she's saying it was like, yeah, Tori, I don't know. I don't know what happened because you're going to see in the phone call and we're going to talk about it. Because she's like really trying to act like, no, I don't know what you were going through, but I was there before you. And man, let's just continue.
Lying on, and they were hoping that the jury considered it. But it is a post where someone in the comments typed, people saying Kelsey shot her, and someone from Tory Lane's account responds to this person, Spliff K, that's not true. And then, of course, they showed where that post came from. Exhibit 40B. It is the verified account of Tory Lanez, who had 11 million followers at the time of that post. So that was pretty important piece of evidence that they presented. It just goes to show you that these police are looking at everything on the internet, all social media. And that was the...
And listen, y'all, you guys all have to be mindful of that. Everything you post, you cannot take it off the internet. People do crimes, talk about it on the internet, and think that no one's watching. They're watching. This is a way to have control over us. And if you don't believe it, it's right here. She's saying, I don't recall, I don't recall, I don't recall. They're saying, no, look, we have what you posted. We have this right here. You don't see this? Megan, do you not see this? We have this right here. Right here, we have this. You wrote this, and now you're saying you didn't write this. You don't recall. You don't recall. They are watching everything that's going on. Oh, shoot. Here, stuck in my zipper. They're watching everything that's going on. From little drama to celebrities. They are watching everything that we put on here. This is all a control tactic. They are able to peek into everyone's lives with these Ring cameras. I have Alexa, and Alexa turns on when the bottom is blue. She's recording you, and whatever you're saying goes to like the specific cloud, is what I'm told. Because I was like, why does she just turn on randomly? And she'll randomly turn on and talk to me when I'm not talking to her. They're always listening. And we just have to be mindful of that and be mindful of what we put on here. That's why I try to be mindful of what I say. And when I say something, I want to stand 10 toes down in that. Full on, like, I did say this. If there's ever a question, don't feel afraid to come to Naomi and be like, Naomi, did you say this? Because I'll tell you, yes, I said that. I feel this way. I'm very big on communication, and expressing yourself to other people. I did this with Sherry earlier in the chat. Salute to Sherry. Loving her right now. Like, she's been supportive since I met her. If there's ever something that you feel with someone, I feel like you should address it right away. Don't let things fester and, things affect you in your life. Life is too short. Full on be like, hey, Naomi, Erica, John, Bob, whoever it is, I feel this way. That's the thing. People don't like to communicate and talk about things. I feel this way. Learn to understand what somebody else is thinking in their mind, because we look at text messages, we can interpret them a whole other way, and the person doesn't mean it that way. That's happened to me a lot. And so we can't hear the tone of how they're typing, any of that. So we got to be mindful of that and start to communicate. I mean, now with social media, it's kind of like you don't get phone calls, everything's text and things like that. But we got to learn to communicate with each other and be honest. Like, if you said something, you said it. Like, if you didn't, you didn't. Like, I'm a full on say, yeah, I said it. And that's how I feel. Because if that's how I feel, why can't I tell you I feel this way? That's all I'm saying. Like, y'all, that's why, like, within my title, me being irritated at how people are on the internet, I can't say exactly how I would feel if someone was like coming at, like, fully attacking me. But listen, with my knowledge, and when I meet somebody, I don't go look up everything on them. Hey, what's up? Right here. How are you? Welcome to the chat. So I don't go, just because I'm in the crime sector doesn't mean I go looking up everybody. I do a little bit of checking, but I don't do no deep diving. I'm not literally paying for your documents. I do that mostly on my crime stuff. Like, you guys don't understand, this stuff is time consuming. I'm in school, got a kid, got to do this, got to do that. Like, I don't have time for that. I'm not going to do that unless I have to check, but I'm going to check a little bit. I don't do no deep diving. So I've been seeing a lot of stuff on here where I'm now seeing people are DMing me like, why are you talking to this person? And DMing me like videos and things on these people. And I'm just like, people have to learn to forgive. Okay. Things happened years ago and they're like putting out all these documents on these people. You got to learn. We evolve with time. I definitely wasn't in this headspace that I am now 10 years ago. Was not. Like, Naomi was on some crap, okay? So I'm just saying, we got to learn to forgive people. We got to learn that people are going through things and not get on here and just attack. We got to come together, and instead of pulling that person down, try to uplift them. So whatever they went through, they're not going to make, if they're not doing life in prison, we probably can fix a little bit of that, okay? And even if they are, I'm not going to say give up on them. So, y'all, I'm just not about all the drama and the hate. Been through a lot of PTSD. I've done a lot of growing. So I believe in some of these spaces. I understand it's your content. I understand it may be your moneymaker. I understand all of that. But sometimes we go too far. If you're attacking that person, they're grown. If they attacked you, do what you need to do. But when we go to children and people that are no longer here, I tend to tune out of stuff like that, because that's just demonic to me. That's, you have no way of controlling yourself and you're going low to the lowest you can go. you don't have to respond to everything that is said about you. You don't, because you know the truth. So, with that being said, let's get going. All right, here we go, y'all.
The only exhibit presented under Detective Warren Everhart. And then the next witness, witness 9, was the GSR expert Stacy Vanderschaff. There were no exhibits presented during her testimony. And then the next witness, witness number 10, would have been Los Angeles District Attorney Investigator Jody Little. And the main the main evidence, the main exhibit that they presented during Jody Little was the entire audio interview of Kelsey Harris from September of 2022, September 14th. And this was a piece of evidence that was never supposed to be shown in court. The judge ruled on it, but because the defense attorney suggested that her previous statement may have been done under pressure, possibly under coercion, the prosecutors asked the judge if they can play the whole thing, and the judge allowed it. And they played the entire audio of this. And Jody Little was present during this. And that's why it was presented while she was on the stand testifying. And there's a transcript that is roughly 66 pages long. And I'll post that also for those who want to just read along. But the entire audio was already previously posted of this, and there are a bunch of content creators out there just stealing it off my page. The next witness, witness number 11, was the firearms expert, Mr. Rathanon, and there were no exhibits presented while he was testifying. And then witness number 12, Ryan Cepeda of the LAPD. He's the DNA expert, and there were no exhibits presented under him. And then the prosecution decided to recall witness number 2, Officer Sandra Cabral. And this is now day 6. This is Monday, December 19th. And the first exhibit presented under her recall testimony would be Exhibit 42. Exhibit 42 is the LAPD body cam footage, the portion where Officer Cabral, female officer, is taking Kelsey Harris into custody. And you can see Tory Lanez laying right down there to her left, and then over to
Y'all, I'm sorry, when I seen this, I started cracking up. Like, look at Tory. Like, look at the position, yo. Like, I was like, I started laughing. It's not funny. It's not, but I was just like, what is going on in this situation? You got a security right there. They got them too close, first of all. If I was a police officer, I'd be like, nope, y'all need to be separated. I don't know what's going on. He got on full clothes. I can't see what he got under there. He got on full black. Tory, I wouldn't be worried about, because he basically knew. We got Megan nude. Other baby just, I don't know, y'all. This is just too much for me. I don't know. Is he passed out? Is he just done with the night? Because he's like, I'm caught. This is too much. The police is here. I'm drunk. I don't know what's going on. Like, look at his feet. Look at his feet compared. The security got him to the side. He got him straight out pointed. I'm done. Let me stop. All right, here we go.
Far further from him would be Jaquan Smith. And I posted this video in its entirety in another video if you're interested in this clip. And one of the reasons why they wanted to play this was to show her asking Megan if you're all right.
So right here, stretch your feet.
Are you okay, Megan? And Megan responds, yeah. The next exhibit is 43. And it is also over the LAPD body cam footage from another officer at the same moment where Kelsey Harris.
like I said, y'all, I'm doing this in like a quick glance because I know that me reacting to it and talking about it would be longer than the actual video. But if you go on his site, he has all these in the full versions if you guys want to see the entire video of each one. So here we go. I like remove the whole tab from the video. I'm like, how come I'm not on the? Sorry, you guys. Here we go.
Harris is walking by. They pick Megan up and they walk her to the corner. Exhibit 44 is just a photo of the running board on the side of the Escalade that they wanted to highlight. Now remember, this is Officer Cabral testifying on recall. So that means that these are points that the prosecution wanted to emphasize that they didn't the first time. The importance of the running board is because we heard testimony from.
Maybe he let her put it on before cameras came. Put what on? Put what on? Let me know. That is that a bullet? What they're showing right here, we seen in the beginning of the video, the four bullet casing. Sorry, trying to keep this correctly. Sherry, you're hilarious. The four bullet casings found from the scene. We know this is not a revolver. We see the gun, so obviously it's ejecting the casing outward. Found four of them. So, but they don't find any bullets in her. They only find fragments. So no, I don't see any bullets. We see in the beginning there's casings. Yeah. Bathing suit, bikini. You guys are hilarious. All right, let's go.
From Megan that Tory may have been standing on something that elevated him. And then if you listen to Kelsey Harris's interview from September.
Wait, he was standing on something that elevated him? So was he on the balcony? Where was Tory? LaKendra, how are you, boo? I have not seen you in a while. I'd be worried about you. I'd be worried about my subscribers, y'all. Like, when I don't see it for a while, I'm like, I wonder what's going on. But I don't like to barge my way in. So, no. Sherry, when he says he had 5 shots, he had 5 shots when he came into the party. 5 shots of alcohol is what I take it as. You're going to listen to it, and then you're going to tell me what you think. We got a little bit more of this. And we're going to go to the call. There was 4 bullet, not fragments, what's it called? Casings that they found. But he says in the video in the police jailhouse call, we're going to hear to Kelsey from Tory that he says that he had 5 shots. Okay, great. I'm happy to hear that. Always happy. Has been a long day. I'm waiting to hear on what happened on this NFL player because he got tackled and he got up and then passed out and they ended the game. So I'm waiting to see what was happening on there, but I'm on here with you guys, so I can't really keep tuning in like I normally do. But if you guys get any of that information before me, please let me know. All right, let's go.
She says something similar. So the prosecutor wanted to show the jury that, hey, this truck has this running board. For those of you who are confused on how can someone be standing elevated, I even think that Kelsey may have said something like it seemed like he was just up in the air, elevated, in that previous interview that she gave, which I have posted that you can check out. But that's exhibit 44, just to show the running board. But if you notice, you can look at the seat and you can see some blood. That's Megan's blood on the seat.
I'm sorry, I'm kind of lost. And what is a running board? What's his name? Dang, what is his name? Demar. What's the NFL player that just got tackled? The Bills, I believe, and oh my god, I'm drawing a blank. His name is Demar. Let me see, y'all. If you know right now in the comments, please tell me. So I have to look this up. His name is Demar. Let me see. Okay, it was the Bills. Oh, Bills and the Bengals. Damar Hamlin. Yes. He was tackled and he got up, but then he collapsed and they rushed him to the hospital and they say he's in critical condition. Some people are saying that he's passed, but I haven't seen any like news clippings. They say they're going to contact the family first, the team second, the news third, and then we'll get to hear it. So we'll see. A running board is what you can step on in the vehicle, usually on SUV. Okay, so that thing on the side that you step on to get into the truck, is that what it is? Okay, he's not dead. They did CPR for a while. So they did it for 30 minutes. Okay. The silver board is running down. Okay, so when you first get into card, so not the little bar at the bottom, it's that silver piece right there. Okay, I think I understand. Critical condition breathing tube. That's a blue cigarette butt, right? Because it's no. Wait, is it? The other ones looked more of a brass. Do I want to say brass? Not more copper, but I do see what you're saying. Okay, so I was right. Okay, so that little piece. Okay. Yes. That is, I'm like, stop spreading rumors. Yes, take a look at that. During the play, he was playing, and I mean, both teams went down and immediately got on their knee, and they took him to the hospital. So check into that. I'm gonna be checking into that as well and making sure that he's okay.
There, behind the driver's side, which I find interesting because I think Megan got out of this vehicle on the passenger side when they pulled it over. Then exhibit 45, it's the LAPD body cam footage that shows blood on.
Wait, did y'all see them little line marks on her leg? Like, I'm gonna say it looks like cat marks. Let me see if I can find it on here. Come on, a little bit back. Dang. Can we find it? Did y'all see that? Or I gotta take it back? Because now it's like making me. Okay, let's see. If I go up a little bit. Y'all see them lines on her legs? It was like 1, 2, 3, 4, like scratches across the top of her leg. Let's watch back.
On the seat there, behind the driver's side, which I find interesting because I think Megan got out of this vehicle on the passenger side when they pulled it over. Then exhibit 45.
You guys see that? The 1, 2, 3, 4, like going up her leg, like it looks like 4 little slashes. What was going on at this party? I don't know.
It's the LAPD body cam footage that shows blood on Kelsey's legs, even though she's not the one bleeding. That was an important.
Oh, that's Kelsey's legs. Kelsey, did you shoot this girl and he took the blame? I'm just asking. I'm not saying that that's what happened. I'm just a question. I don't know.
Point that the prosecution wanted to bring up, because they wanted the jury to know that Kelsey Harris was clearly aware of Megan's injuries, even though she didn't provide any information when she testified. And that clip right there showed blood, Megan's blood on her legs. And then that was the last exhibit presented while Officer Cabral was on testified as a recall witness. Then they recalled Jody Little, the LADA investigator, and they presented Exhibit 46, which was withdrawn, and then Exhibit 47 is the entire song of Kelsey Harris's diss track called Bussin' Back. And the prosecution wanted to present
Diss track? What? Busting back? Man, is this making sense to y'all? Like, is he taking the rap for her? He's the celebrity. He got the money. He got the this. He got the that. Is he taking the rap for her? I want to know. Because who was busting back? You know what?
the entire song, because the defense, when they questioned Kelsey Harris on cross-examination, he asked her about 2 lines of the song, and he took the worst 2 lines out that suggested that she was the shooter or that she shot. And then the prosecution decided we got to show the whole song, because the song actually it's the theme behind the song is actually that she didn't shoot her. So they actually presented the entire song, and they did this under witness Jody Little. And this is Exhibit 47.
So you guys can definitely go to his channel. I'm gonna put up that the jailhouse call right now, so that way you guys can tell me what you guys think about that. I'm gonna put the link in the chat again before I do this. Miss Veronica, I am like so praying for you. I thought you told me it was something else, but we need to talk. You be disappearing too dang much, man. Let's see. Okay, so we're gonna go to the Tory Lanez jailhouse call, and this is also by Streets TV. And where's it at? Okay, open link in the tab. Let me present it to you guys. There.
LAPD jail. This call is subject to record.
Now, I want you guys to listen to this and tell me what you guys think his intentions are for this call, his motive is for this call. Is he admitting to it? What did they plan this? Because listen to how she responds. Like, oh, I didn't know what was going on. Like, just listen and you guys tell me what you guys think. So this is also from Streets TV. So make sure if you want to see like all the stuff that he has from the case, you go straight over there. If the link is in the chat, so you'll be able, not in the chat, in the description box, so you'll be able to see all of that. All right, let's go, y'all.
recording and monitoring. Press 1 to accept the call. To deny this call, thank you for using Telmate.
Hello.
Hey.
Y'all got out safe and everything.
Huh?
Y'all got out and everything. Y'all good?
Megan's still in the hospital. I'm outside the hospital.
What hospital y'all at?
About what?
You said what?
You're listening to Street
I
TV.
said Megan's in the hospital still. I'm outside the hospital waiting.
What hospital are you at?
I don't know. Let me see.
See, Megan is in the hospital. I'm still at the hospital. What hospital are you at? So they was obviously cool for her to go and visit her at the hospital, make sure she was cool. Make sure y'all like, comment, and subscribe. I always forget to say that, but make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, you guys. Share this out wherever you can. All right, here we go. But this sounds like this was all a misunderstanding. So let's listen.
Cedar, something like that. Cedar.
Bro.
Sure.
Regardless, I know she probably never ever gonna talk to me ever again, but bruh, I just want you to know, bruh. Nigga, I was just so fucking drunk, nigga. I didn't even know what the fuck was going on, bro. That ass. I didn't even know what the fuck was going on, bro. Like that ass, nigga. I'd never do some shit like that, bro. Just that, nigga, I was just so fucking drunk, nigga. I just didn't even understand what the fuck was going on, bro. Like, so whatever,
Yeah.
bro. But regardless, that's not gonna make anything right, and that's not gonna make my actions right, bro. But I'm just deeply sorry, bro. I never even moved like that, bro. Like, never moved like that at all, bro. Like, for real, dog.
I know. There's a lot that happens, but
A whole lot, bro. Like, a whole lot, bro. I feel crazy, bro. But this day, like, what happened already, bro. I can't take it back, bro. I'm just telling y'all, I'm sorry, bro. Like,
you're listening to Street TV.
I think it was just too drunk, bro. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
When I got to the house, shorty, like, all top niggas, they gave me like 5 shots, like off the door, like, you feel me? So I was out of there, like, wasn't even there with niggas, like, you feel me? We was taking shots past that time. I wasn't even there with niggas, like, bro. I don't even know.
See, I took like 5 shots when I got in the door. I don't know. I don't know. It depends on what he was drinking, but I don't know if that would have me so out of my mind. I would want to shoot somebody 5 shots. Like, I don't know. It just depends on your tolerance, I guess. But Tory,
I don't even remember what we was even arguing about, bro. Like, you feel me? Like,
Yeah, no, I didn't even, I was already fucked up by the time you got there, so I don't know how much.
it's like, but tell me what hospital she's in.
You're listening to Street TV.
I just told you, Cedar Medical.
Alright, you ain't got Quan's number, right? You ain't got my security number.
Juan, I do have his number.
Can you call this nigga Quan and tell this nigga, bruh, you get a chance, bro, just figure out what you gotta do to bail me out this shit.
Okay.
Thank you, bro. I appreciate it. I'm sorry again, bro. Like,
I think honestly, I think we're gonna try to, because obviously, like, the longer you're in there, the more hot it's gonna get, because it's already on, like, there's no names released yet, but the report is already out.
but like,
So
out is what? What you mean out?
it's on some app. Megan's team is on top of this. So,
Yeah, but like, niggas don't. There's no way that Megan's on like the thing.
What'd you say?
There's no way that Megan's like on the thing.
You're listening to Street TV.
No. So far, none of that is there. But I mean,
yeah, I don't think it's gonna be one of those. If anything, the only nigga that's gonna get this backlash is me. It's not gonna be her. But
yeah,
no,
I'll let you know.
alright, it is what it is. regardless if I get out of here today or not, bro, I just want to let y'all know, bro. I'm sorry, bro. Like, I never did that shit if I wasn't that drunk, bro. Like, you feel me?
I'd never did that SHIT if I was not drunk. You hear me? Do we hear that or no? What did you guys hear? I would have never done that if I wasn't drunk. Them girls was playing footsie internally and wanted to get in on the fun. See, he is clueless. I don't know, Sherry, if I believe that he's completely clueless. Because when your adrenaline is rushing, especially when the police pull you over, I have been in some crazy situations. And when they get behind you, pull you over, you sober up real quick. And I don't believe he like fully just didn't know what was going on. You know, you're kind of in that mode. 5 shots. 5 shots of what? Everclear? 5 shots of moonshine? What did you have? Because I don't know. You guys are funny. I'm trying to just put this all together and go based off the facts and not just off of what I'm hearing and what I'm hearing. And I do that a lot with stuff because you sit and you listen to these podcasts and, you know, these people that are supposed to be doing the research and you're not getting full facts or you're getting the way they want to twist the story. And I don't want to communicate miscommunication. So if I don't know, I'm going to tell you guys, I don't know. We're doing this together, or either I've done my research and these are the facts. This case, I've been in and out of because I'm working on the Samuel Owens case, which was like one of my maybe 3rd or 4th cases when I first started, 2nd, 3rd, or 4th. I don't know, somewhere in there. And she's going to trial. And I don't like what she did to that baby. I believe it was jealousy because of the relationship between the baby and the dad. It wasn't her child. You put it on COVID. She put it on COVID to the reason why she was taking the child from him, and she was originally taken back and forth to school, got COVID, said, no, we're going to quarantine ourselves, when the whole time she unalived him. Like, no. And then she said her intentions were to go to Louisiana and let the crocodiles take care of his body. Like, girl, I'm done with you. I don't play with kids. Like, that's just something I don't do. They're innocent. They can't protect themselves. They can't do any of that. So that's kind of what I've been focused on. All right, y'all, let's go.
You have 1 minute remaining for this call.
Get out of here, you guys.
You're listening to Street TV.
I can't hear you.
Yeah,
Hello?
Okay, so the call.
Okay, it's September 14th.
Sorry. The call hangs up right there. And okay, my love. Thank you so much. Thank you guys, everybody that's contributing and supporting the channel. Thank you guys so much. What do you guys think about that call? What do you guys think about the phone call we just heard? Let me take this banner down. You know, what do you guys think about the call we just heard? He clearly says, I was drunk. I am sorry. I apologize for what I did. This, that, and the other. He says all of that. So why are we still trying to create a narrative that's not there? I don't understand that. Now, I said this was a live that I was going to do, and I have 2 more stories that I was going to kind of cover, but we're about to be on 2 hours, y'all. So I'm probably going to cover that on some other times. We have the descriptions are in the chat. So if you want to take a look on that, there's one from A Poncho, and it's man, girlfriend. This is an adult only chat. So I put mine's on adult only. So it says man murders girlfriend and then jerks off to the P word, which you look at when you're trying to have some fun. That was one we're going to watch. And another is you tore half of her insides out. Not the one that you guys are thinking of, where it's a complete crazy scene across the whole house and he completely disembowels her. I don't I don't monetize all my lives because I want to fully like communicate with you guys, and sometimes I don't monetize them. I kind of do that more on my uploads because I can control what I'm censoring and things like that. So most of the time I don't do that in them, but I think I might play one of them. Let's see, which one do we want to do? Do we want to do the inside, because that's a court date we're watching, and they're not going to show her, but we're inside of the courtroom. It's like a Zoom courtroom. And the other one, which is a poncho, which is does the stuff afterwards, is police body cam. So we can do that probably some other time, but I've been on here like for a little while. I'm gonna kind of get some rest, and I'll see you guys later. Bye-bye.